Tim McGraw says biggest disagreements with Faith Hill usually involve music. Tim McGraw and Faith Hill have been married for 27 years. Country stars Tim McGraw and Faith Hill have consistently maintained a united front as husband and wife, and as musical collaborators. Married for nearly 3 decades, the musicians have headlined 3 tours together. Despite personal and professional triumphs, McGraw said some of their biggest disagreements involve their profession. "I mean, we're 2 different artists. We don't always agree, musically. In fact, some of our biggest disagreements come when we're putting a tour together," McGraw admitted during Time magazine's Person of the Week podcast. "Faith's very type A," he explained. "I'm a mess. I'll throw clothes everywhere. I mean, she's always, constantly on me about picking my clothes up. I mean, I spent 30 years living in a hotel. In and out. So I'm just constantly throwing stuff everywhere, and she's like, 'You got to clean up after yourself.'" McGraw admits that his personality shifts when performing is involved. "When I'm putting a show together, I'm very type A. I want everything right, in the right place at the right time. And Faith wants to freewheel it a lot. Just because she's so talented. And she doesn't want to be constrained. So some of the times, we knock heads a little bit, but we figure it out," he clarified. "We always have a great time touring together." Despite their differences, McGraw maintains that he and Hill have each other's backs. "She's my biggest fan, I'm her biggest fan. I play music for her all the time. Like I said, we don't always agree. There's songs that I've loved and put on an album that she goes, 'Ah, I don't think I would put that on an album.' And vice versa. There's songs that I've loved that she didn't record that I thought, 'Man, you should have recorded that.' But she's had enough success that I've been proven wrong so many times that I learned to trust her completely on what she wants to do. And she's learned to trust me on what I want to do." When the couple first got together, McGraw says they were acutely aware of the tough circumstances in front of them. "We knew that it wasn't going to be easy for 2 people who do the same thing to stay together for a long time and raise a family, and we had a lot of long talks before we got married. And we knew what kind of family we wanted. We also knew, and made a promise to each other, that we weren't going to run out the door at the first sight of trouble. That we were going to tough things out." The standing room only singer also joked that the secret to a successful marriage was saying yes ma'am a lot. He also gave practical advice to couples that have overlapping professions. "Understand that you're different," he recommended. "I think that's the biggest deal. Just don't think because you're an artist your spouse has to be an artist like you are. Understand their own individuality and the kind of stuff that they like to do and the kind of ways they like to do things. And what gets their artistic juices flowing may be different than what gets yours flowing. And if you don't recognize that and pay attention to that, then you can maybe run into some problems." A representative for Hill did not immediately respond to SSN24 Digital's request for comment.